We're going to take an unorganized disaster like this and turn it into a beautifully organized space in your garage. Today, we're going to unbox, set up, and test out the Mythinglogic golf storage organizer. We're going to see how easy or difficult it is to set up, if there's any pains along the way, and then give it a full review. All right, let's get started. Pretty clear looking instructions, I would say. Not too many steps like that. First step a little tricky just because these are not quite the same size. And that's hard to see in the diagram, but we got through it. Oh, and I missed that part. Oh boy, okay, so I was supposed to put this on first, unscrew this, and put it on with the rack. It's funny, that mistake that I made, it is clearly on the instructions that is what I was supposed to do, so I totally missed it. Not the instructions' fault, my fault for not following the instructions. Okay, all set up. My first impression is this is great. I love the look of it. It's very slick. Everything came really nicely packaged. Nothing was damaged. It was relatively simple and quick to put together. Love the fact that there's wheels that you can move it around. And looking at the storage availability here, I think I'm going to be able to put this to great use. So let's test it out. So after putting it all together and trying it out myself and putting all the stuff in it, just going through the whole process, I'm ready to tell you my thoughts and kind of give it my overall review for this storage rack. First of all, let's start with the actual putting together of the rack itself. It was a pretty easy process. It didn't take me overly that long. I'll put the overall time on it. I think it was probably around 45 minutes to an hour in the end, but again, it'll be on the screen for the amount of time it actually took me. And it probably took me longer than it should simply because I missed some of the instructions. I thought upon closer inspection, especially, that the instructions were pretty clear, and I just didn't pay attention to all of them. So overall, went really smoothly. Nothing was damaged. Everything kind of went together the way you would think it. Nothing was overly complicated or too challenging for one person to put together. So simple installation. Overall, I'd probably give it 4.5 out of 5 stars for the installation. The half star just being, there was one moment when I was having a hard time getting the one bolt into the hole. It just seemed a little finicky. Again, it wasn't that anything was stripped or anything was damaged. It was, just that part was kind of hard to line up. For me, it may not be for you. So that's why I'm kind of losing the half star, just because I don't think it's perfect, but it was a smooth install. A couple other things about the installation process that I liked. I liked how this bag was 4 bolts at a time. So often you get a big bag and you empty them and there's bolts everywhere. This one is packages of 4 and gives you extra bolts as well, always key. But what I like about that is really when you're putting it together, most of the time you were using 4 bolts at a time. So you cut it open, use the 4 bolts, they don't go anywhere. And then when you're ready for the next bag, you open it up. So nice little packaging touch there. It also comes with, I didn't utilize this, but it comes with plugs for the wall And it shows you in the instructions how you can actually bolt this directly to the wall. So if you don't want it to go anywhere, if you don't want to be able to move it around, you want it extra secure, you have that option. Also, for those of you who are not interested in the wheels on the bottom, you can actually screw these little feet in instead. And again, that's going to keep it from moving around. I like the feet. I think that's an added bonus of this cart, simply because you can move it. It's really, really easy to move. And the fact that it has locks on the caster wheels, that's an excellent touch as well. So when it's time to clean underneath or whatever, it's not going to take much effort. Just unlock the wheels, move it out of the way, do your thing, clean it up, and then move it back. So really nice touch there. And I think a lot of the other racks that I've seen online don't have that feature. So I really like that. Now, as for the product itself, love the way it looks, love the black matte finish. I also love all the compartments that they give you. I mean, they give you a lot of stuff here to store, and it's really open how you use it. There's the 3 racks. You can use them for shoes, hats, whatever you really want. You want to put boxes of balls there, that would work too. And then there's a container up top that kind of has railings around it. You can throw extra balls in there. You can throw gloves, any kind of little things that you might want quick access to, like a brush cleaner or something like that. That would be a perfect spot for it. Then on the side of the storage container, I love the fact that it has a rack either for your clubs or for clubs maybe that aren't in the bag right now, or an extra set or old, whatever, that you still have that you're hanging on to. Great spot. So if you're like a person who loves trying out lots of different putters, here's a spot where you can keep your extra putters instead of just kind of having them lying around in a bin or something like that. So it's nice to kind of have a spot for those extra clubs. Another thing I like about the extra club holder is there's individual slots to hold 15 clubs. But then at the back, there's an extra big slot to hold anything that's maybe not going to fit in those slots. So maybe an umbrella, or I put the orange whip in there because the ball was too big to go through the slots. Any other training aids, things like that. There's a spot where you can just slide them in as well. So I like that they thought of that. That was clever. The rack also comes with movable hooks, so you can put these hooks where you want. There's 4 of them. So you can rearrange however you like. I didn't really utilize the 2 that are on the club rack side simply because my clubs are kind of in the way. So I can't really hang anything because I'm utilizing them for clubs. However, on the other side, the opposite end, it's nice and open. I put a golf towel there. I put a cooler bag there. You can hang a training aid or anything like that. Really up to you. Again, versatile and open for however you want to use it. If you're interested in knowing the dimensions of this product, it's approximately 40 inches wide and 16 inches deep. Okay, so now for the cons. And honestly, I can't really think of any. I pretty much like everything about this. If I was nitpicking though, I might say maybe include a strap to go across the 2 bags just for when you do wheel it around, they don't fall forward. There's not much keeping them from falling forward. Now, when it's stationary, you probably don't even want that because you want to be able to take your bag in and out really easy. This would just be in case you're moving it, again, which is probably not going to be very often, so not a big deal. But it is one thing I thought of. However, you could probably just, take a bungee cord that has 2 hooks and hook up. If you have the right size, it's probably going to do the same trick, and that's easy fix. So again, I'm kind of looking for something, but overall, I would say this is a very solid product. If you're looking for something to have in your garage, to have in your home, to kind of clean up and tidy up your golf stuff, to make it a little bit organized, I would take a hard look at this one. Mythinglogic was nice enough to send me this rack to do this review on. This video is not sponsored, so I am giving you my full thoughts on it. There are links to this product on Amazon below. They are affiliate links, so if you choose to click on them, just know that you are helping out the channel, and of course, I appreciate that. If this video was helpful to you at all, please consider hitting that like button. Also consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss future videos like this. If you have any questions at all about this rack or anything else that you see on the channel, please leave a comment below and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks so much for checking out the channel. You are appreciated, and we'll see you next time on Golf Quest.